near the middle of the bat. Slog sweep. Controlled. But 6. That was all timing from Leighton Das. He didn't try to hit it too hard. Wide in short as a response. Could be another 2. It will be. And it's going to be 5th.
Welcome back to the Dubai International Stadium. The Super 4 is well and truly underway. Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. A first encounter in the all-important round of 4. Storyline is Bangladesh require 179 runs in their 20 overs. Bangladesh require 169 from 120 deliveries, and it is going to be a chase of sorts. Nation rivalry. Sri Lanka got the better of Bangladesh in the round stage. Can Bangladesh come out on top in this all-important clash? Couple of openers for Bangladesh looking to make their mark, and will require them to make use of this power play, just as Sri Lanka did in their first 6 overs. While the encounter is getting heated, the crowds come in numbers as well, and support for either side. It promises to be a riveting contest. Got Athar Ali Khan alongside. Athar, 169. What do you make of the first half?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Saif Hassan and Tanzid Hassan, remember in the last match against Afghanistan, they added 63 for the opening partnership. Bangladesh will be hoping that they can lay a good solid foundation, because it's not an easy target to chase. Tanzid Hassan Tamim, who picked up the 50 in the last match, will be hoping that he continue with his form. Last time they played against Sri Lanka, they could not score a single run in the first 2 overs. Both the openers getting departed, so they need to be careful, watchful against the likes of Novan Tashara.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And away we go. Tashara to save. Bangladesh requiring 169. It's always important to come out on the front foot in terms of an attacking approach in the power play. The hard new ball, best time to score. We saw as Sri Lanka also came out of the power play, the scoring became slightly tougher. So this will be an important first 6. And Athar, like you mentioned, both openers were done in that first earlier game against the same opposition. And so they look to make a mark.
Since then they made a change. They brought in the right-hander Saif Hassan, who's on strike. So it's a new opening pair.
Just look at the way the game's gone. It ebbed and flowed. I thought Sri Lanka were very good in the power play. It came out and Bangladesh just pegged them back slightly. A brilliant end to the innings towards the back end. 70 runs in the last 6. Kirti Das and Shanaka, who played an absolute blinder. While he's always in amongst the wickets at Bangladesh, off the mark. They picked up both openers against Bangladesh. But this was his 4 wickets against Afghanistan with the new ball, targeted the stumps, bowled with some pace and always looking for a little bit of movement. He was spectacular. That is some bowling performance. Rashid Khan not quite aware of where that ball ended up, and he enjoyed that. Whether he can emulate that performance in that power play.
Yeah, it does rely on the swing early on with the white new ball, so he'll be hoping the ball can move. So those are his numbers.
There it is, once again, full and straight and just a hint of shape. And we've seen that as well in Dubai. There's been the most amount of movement in the air. It only lasts at 2 or 3 overs, and that's when you want to make the most use of that. If there's anyone can exploit that movement, and that is the Tushara on screen.
Usually he'll take the ball into the left-hander and take it away from the right-hander. Getting it right one more time. Only a single in the first 4 deliveries. Good starter from Tushara.
Bangladesh lose their first.
Yeah, Tanzid Hassan Tamim will rue the fact once he goes back in the dressing room and watches this on replay. He went down the wicket. And we spoke about the movement. This one didn't really move that much. Just completely misses it. And the ball going on to hit the top of the off stump. That has what he has been doing throughout the tournament. Bowling stump to stump. Tanzid Hassan Tamim gone for naught. 1 for 1.
Here we go. Everyone holding their breath. 6 runs needed to win. He lifted it up. It's high. It's long. It's out of the ground. Magnificent. He finishes it off in style. Moments like these, you don't want to miss them.
Hey Alexa, close my shades.
Rise. Eyes on the game, not the glare.
Liton Das in at 3. 1 slip, 3rd up in the ring with Tushara bowling with some steam. Sneaks a single, Liton off the mark. What an over and what a start. Bangladesh 2 for 1.
Act the positive energy to achieve good health, happiness, success and prosperity. When planetary movements are in your favor, you are unstoppable in achieving your dreams. Listen to your destiny and open the door to prosperity. Call me today for an amazing tomorrow.
Not the start Bangladesh were looking for. They lost their opener for a duck once again. Similar was a storyline in the group stage match, and Saif Hassan and Liton Das now have their work cut out. Bangladesh require 167. Chamira was the other wicket taker in that round stage who picked up the other opener. Dushmanta Chamira, seam up, bowls with some pace, hits the surface hard, and will start with a slip.
He will need to score for his team tonight. Lichun Kumar Das, the skipper. He has picked up a 50 which came against the Hong Kong China. 15 50s. Gone across 2,500 runs in T20 internationals.
Dushmanta Chameera, tall, high arm bowling action as well. Hits the turf hard. He'll hold that length just around off stump. Slashes hard and picks up 4. That'll give Liton Das some confidence.
And not the right length on this kind of a surface. Short, wide, easily put away by Lichun Kumar Das. So we talk about accuracy. Remember, they're very accurate. Not this time around. Gets the treatment.
Well, you and I at breakfast were discussing, and you said Liton Das is due runs and big runs, and what an opportunity if he gets his team close over the line with a knock. He has a 50 in the competition against Hong Kong China. Can he build on this start? Bit all over the place on that occasion.
A disappointment for Tanzir Hassan, because he went down the wicket. We know he's been so very accurate, and he just plays all over it. Poor shot in the end. Too easy. Smiles on the faces of Sri Lankan fans, not on them.
Bowling with some pace here. Quick run. Got in time, but really bowling with some pace. 144 clicks at previous delivery, the fastest so far from Chameera.
Have a look at the speed in the first over. I started with 132 Ks, 134, 132, so the mid 130s. Have a look at this, 133, and this is the wicket ball. They just drop the pace. The pace of the ball does the trick. For the bowler, Tushara. Success in his very first over.
Will pinch another quick single. Good running.
Need to stay busy. Jacker really padded up. Interesting. Usually comes 6-7. We'll have to wait and see what number he comes on to bat.
Keeping all options available and ready, Bangladesh. Might change of pace to end that over. 2 overs done, Bangladesh 10 for 1.
Isn't it? Shamim Hussain in the middle, right next to him Ridho, he's padded up.
The Shara to continue. Smashed down the ground for 4. That is a really good strike.
The Saif Hassan short arm jab down the ground, timed it to perfection. Not a big back lift, but then a lot of bottom hand. Yeah, in the air, but straight back past the bowler for the boundary. That's a good start to the over.
A good start and also good value for runs. In the first 6 overs, saw it when Sri Lanka were batting as well. Anything dished up, batters could hit through the line, and anything just marginally short went the distance as well. Well, he's known for picking up wickets in that power play. 23. What a strike that is. Even better, and goes all the way for 6. A 4 and a 6, pressure on the bowler.
Yeah, very good from Saif Hassan. Given an opportunity to play the last match when he picked up 30 of 28. He was looking to play few shots, and even tonight, first one, a boundary, and then shimmy down the wicket. And this one gone the distance. What a lovely piece of timing. Yeah, good thinking. Again, targeting down the ground.
Now, we were just talking about that. Hitting the line in the earlier pieces is relatively easier. But on that occasion, making his own length. And jumping out the crease. The Shara now has to do a little bit of the thinking.
He's to also play some smart cricket here, because Saif Hassan has picked up 10 of the first 2 deliveries.
Long on falls to the boundary. That's better. That's better. Just pulls the length back and change of pace. Well, another rivalry round the corner. It is India versus Pakistan. Take 2. A second game of the Super 4. We will bring you all that live action from Dubai International Stadium tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. local time. A much anticipated clash to see which team comes out on top. Strays in line, very lucky that has gone straight to fine. And you just see by the expression, Liton Das knows that he's missed out.
I had to go just either side a couple of yards away, and would have been a boundary. Bit of a chat in the middle, just trying to settle him down, because we've already seen him trying to take a few chances. He's already done well with the first 2 deliveries. He's picking up a single, so already 12 in this over.
Checked. Once again, he's varying his pace. A bit of a check drive in the end. There's a slingy, almost an undercut. Well, he's not essentially rolling his fingers, he's almost undercutting the ball to take the pace off. Comes off the surface at a bit of an awkward pace. A slow one into the surface, and you have to re-bowl that. They also pinch a single, so this is a big over for Bangladesh. 14 off, and still 1 more to close it out.
Need to be careful here, because there's no fielder in the third, so anything on the bat would have easily gone on to the boundary, but then again it was wide. It's a little bit too high. They're too short also.
Litton just looking over his leg shoulder. Plenty of ones available. Anything dabbed into the leg side. A good finish to the over. Oh, but a big one for Bangladesh. 14 off it, 24 for 1.
Around the corner from here, late at night, on one of the rainiest days of the year, is a small business owner making a call to Valero's 24/7 U.S.-based customer service. We're here to make sure she has the fuel she needs to stay open. Because keeping pumps full means keeping business pumping and communities moving right now.
Bangladesh losing a wicket very early, that of Tanzit for 1. And since then it's been good. A 24 of 1 in the 3 overs. Game's just ebbed and flowed in terms of the bowler trying to outsmart the batter, batter trying to outsmart the bowler. And change of bowling, change of pace as well. Left arm orthodox spin from Dunit Velalage. Bangladesh will still try and look to come hard at the spinner. Head on, up in the ring, long off on the boundary, deep mid-wicket on the boundary, the 2 fielders outside. Does well to follow the batter.
Interesting to see how this pair go on from here on. Introduction of spin, Dunit Velalage. Economy of just above 7, best of 3 for 9.
Takes him on, and that has all the miles to travel all the way for 6. And Saif putting dancing shoes on and getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, Bangladesh have had problems, especially in the opening pair. Whatever we've seen so far from Saif Hassan, he looks the part, doesn't he? Again, going down the wicket, and he picks up another handsome 6, again down the ground. 88 meters. That is a terrific shot.
The field still remains the same, long on. And that was a huge hit. Really big strike from Saif. Now he's cleared the rope on 2 occasions, 2 big 6s. Bangladesh prior to the start of this game had only hit 8 6s in the tournament. And only 4 of the 8 came in the power play. Mentioned changes in the top of the order, and Saif coming good, 22 of 13.
The 22 of 13 is not good enough. He needs to understand that. He needs to think about back deeper. Single from Lichun Kumadar, so we will keep the strike with that single. 10 in that over. After 4, Bangladesh 34 for 1.
Locked away at the moment, 34 plays, 36 at the same stage. None for 36 were Sri Lanka on the charge at the moment. 10 off that last over certainly helped the cause of Bangladesh. Chisara again. 1 for 16, he's got off 2 at this stage. Solid drive. Just the one. Fine shot. Last ball, the last over. Really was a, oh, look at the shoelaces. Don't trip over. He didn't. Hit it nice and clean, straight down the ground for 6. Tie those shoelaces up.
There's so much for us fussing over tying our shoelaces and getting everything right. Reminds me of DeAndre Doughton from West Indies. I think a 6 when there was a spectator walking in front of the screen at the exact moment. And she hit that 6 to get to 100, that too.
Some players are very different. He still hasn't worried about that lace. Nah, no problems at all. Going to trip over him. Many a player asked the opposition player to tie that lace up, and some have been tempted, I'm sure, to tie it in double knots.
to each other.
Correct.
The two shoes, yeah.
Around the ankle, too tight, one of the two.
Interesting, they've got him to bowl the third over. Is that how they normally go with him? 3 over spell with Tushara?
Yeah, they did yesterday or 2 days ago. Picked up 4 for 18. Picked up 3 wickets in his first spell. Slicing away over the top of cover. Chases on, looking to come back for the third. Touch and turning. It's good running. Good aggressive stuff from Bangladesh.
And good sprint behind the ball as well. All round good cricket. Wasn't a bad ball at all. Terrific hit to get it over the infield. And Velalage, the way he ran behind the ball was a sight to behold. Gave everything behind it. Then the slide and dragging the ball back.
Good tag teamwork. I'll just flip that on the onside towards that shorter boundary. No problem whatsoever. 6 more. Seen some wonderful shots towards that short boundary tonight.
I tell you what, to get that kind of power and distance of a slower ball tells you that it's mostly wrists and good batsmanship. It's again that undercutting off spinner that he bowls and just great use of the wrist. Just one of those innings you start coming in and start playing shots and everything just starts happening. That kind of an innings for this guy. He's not been around for a long time. But this is an innings that makes you say touch wood for Saif Hassan.
10 off the last over, 11 off this so far. With still 2 balls to go. He's playing beautifully right now. Bit of extra bounce that time. Really noticed when he first arrived, actually, Saif Hassan, that he was a little bit out of tune with Tushara when he was bowling. After that first over, though, he's been very much in tune with Tushara bowling to him with that slingy action. We haven't faced him before, haven't seen much of him before. It's a little bit different. He's hit some beautiful shots off him since that first over.
Over the years, there's been a distinct advantage batting second. We'll keep a close eye on the pitch. Now, this ball carried. It was a seam-up delivery. But if the ball just starts coming onto the bat much better in the second half, which wasn't the case in the first half, the target might just look a little smaller than it is.
Got that away back with a square. Again, the chase is on. SriLanka does nicely. Good running again. Really good work. 14 from the over, 48 for 1.
One strike, one statement, from the field to the planet. When bold execution meets global ambition, the impact is multiplied. Built to perform, designed to lead. Global enterprise commerce in full swing. Give your all. Explore more at vtex.com.
Bangladesh have hit the front. 48 for 1 versus 44 for 1. Bangladesh, by the way, have only won 1 out of the last 14 chases, chasing 165 or more. So that's an interesting stat right now, because they're going very well at this stage after 5 overs.
We saw how things changed radically for Sri Lanka when they were batting. Great start. Then in the middle stage is just lost steam.
Strong on the onside. Time just the one. Saif Hassan's been playing really nicely. 18 balls for his 33, 3 sixes and 1 4. Here's a look at the 3 sixes that he's hit today. Strong down the ground. Great connection. And that little flip on the onside.
He clearly has got this natural knack of using the wrist at the very last minute. He's not a big swinger of the bat. It's just about making a connection, and something that you develop naturally. Don't really practice it. Various ways of getting power.
Oh, that's bounced a little bit more. Come back as well.
Yeah, with Saif Hassan, it seems like it's more of making the connection, and the wrists come into play big time to get the power. We had SriLanka playing the kind of inning that made the difference. Could he be the man for Bangladesh? Obviously the player in the spotlight now.
Scored most of the runs in this partnership as well. 49 it is, the partnership of just 28 deliveries. That's fine going between these two. Lindar sitting back and allowing Safe to take centre stage. Short delivery, rushed him a little bit, came on him quite quickly. Single brings up the 50 stand.
Yeah, you're right. The ball came on very quickly, and that's his great strength and a gift as well. He's somebody who just can't help but bowl quickly. He just runs and has this beautiful bowling action, and the ball comes at a rapid pace. But the problem in T20s, and that's why he has a very high economy rate, is that if you're just either side of the stumps, then you're in trouble, because the batters will just use the pace of somebody like Chamira. So he's got no choice but to be in the stumps all the time.
Advancing down the ground, hitting that over the top. Really nicely played that one. That's a couple of bounces, has gone for 4. That's a good, strong, confident shot.
Now this is variation for the sake of variation. Oh, a good last ball, quick into the body. Next ball, new batter on strike. He just felt he had to do something different. The slow delivery, the leg cutter where the pace really drops. Somebody like Litton Das, who's been around for a long time, is almost sort of expecting, okay, what different is it going to do with this ball? So sometimes making no variation can be actually very deceptive for the batter.
The steps down the track and bang him over the top for 4. Dot ball. This is the time of the excitement from the Bangladesh supporters. Boundaries have been scored left, right and centre. That signal was to let us know that the power play is done. 6 overs, 59 for 1. That allows a little more protection of the field, and spin is often introduced at exactly this stage.
Just confess, I'm a little surprised they've gone to spin a little later than I would have thought it maybe. I mean, there was 1 over of the left-arm spinner. It seems at this stage of the evening, the pace bowlers is finding it very difficult to control the batters. Yeah, this was, I think, one of the shots of the innings. Being a short inning, but we've seen Saif Hassan play some tremendous shots. This was just brilliant. Back foot drive.
Finley bowls very straight. Hasaranga likes to bowl stump to stump, has some very good variation. Das back on strike, 513 runs. I mentioned highest run getter amongst 4 member sides. That's this year, 513. That's a good performance. The stats for Hasaranga.
They've got a guy straight for the lofted hit, the offside, sweeper cover as well.
Short boundary, not far enough, and out. That is a big wicket. That is a really big wicket. Hasaranga into the attack. They like sweeping. They've picked up a wicket though.
Just had this feeling. Too much space offered to the batters, and the moment Sri Lanka went to spin, this was the danger. Just sort of has a batter feel that you're in, used to a certain pace. Hitting the spinners a little more difficult than hitting the fast bowlers, because here you've just got to nail it properly. It's a short boundary on the leg side, but he's gone against the turn. And not for the first time, this guy, the game changer with the ball. Now, this is going to be the test for Bangladesh. Will they recover and get back to that same momentum that they had until now? Gone for 23, 60 for 2 Bangladesh.
Technology offers the knowledge of equanimity and a harmonious way of living. Embrace the positive energy the universe ensures for you. Always trust that you deserve a fulfilling and a joyous life. Call me today and get to know the path of success waiting for you.
Ridway now in the middle. How's he going to go about things? A run hard, you can see straight away, looking to make the most of that to get down there. They'll run straight away.
It was a bit of a match-up situation, wasn't it? Litton Das versus Wanindu Hasaranga. Got him out 3 times out of 4 occasions. Another very capable, talented young batter. Now things will be a little difficult. This pitch is on the drier side. I think as long as
Jaka Ali to come in next. Ridway's just arrived. Saman Hussain. 56 for 1, plays 62 for 2. Last wicket. Big one for Sri Lanka. They know how important it is to get rid of Litton Das.
Gotten too excited. Sri Lanka with the spinners. They've left out Tikshana, an off spinner as well.
Pulalage into the attack now. Start. Always very good off his own bowling, Pulalage.
There's a couple of spinners, and Wanindu Hasaranga has a major role to play. Pulalage, I think, will be good when there are 2 right-handers out there. The left-hand batter, he might be a little vulnerable. You also see his state of mind as well. But hit for runs in the last over that he bowled in the last game. This match as well, the first over, there was a 6 in it. We've seen him enough last couple of years to know that he's got a sturdy temperament.
10 off his first over. He's got to come back strong in this one. So far it's been good. Litton Das, the man back in that change, and will be thinking about 1 or 2 of the shots that he's played so far in this tournament. Sweep shot has let him down. It's the reverse. And this one is today. Just a half a shot really to the short boundary. Comfortably taken by Nasanka. Inside outs. Really good shot for 6. That's a beautiful shot. That's good class.
Tell you what, this guy is looking absolutely brilliant, seriously brilliant. You see boundaries and 6s, but the kind of shots that he's played, mostly in front of the pitch. This one just classy. Class written all over it. Again, short boundary on the offside, but looks a very gifted player.
That shot for 6. Maybe extra cover. It's not an easy shot to play at all. Timed it superbly. 8 off the over 2 balls remaining. Another leading edge. This time it's gone finer on the offside. Good work from the Walagay.
You can see the ball is gripping against the angle, so there is something there for the spinners. At the moment, Walagay is just feeling the pressure of quality batsmanship, especially from Saif Hassan. Hasn't played too many sweep shots. His strike rate is 162.96, just playing normal shots in front of the pitch. Ado has gone 72 for 2.
At Majestic Developers, we believe in more than just building a structure. We build legacies. Majestic Developers is your trusted partner in real estate development. Majestic Developers, where your dream meets reality.
Bangladesh 72 for 2. Just see that red worm taking off. This come courtesy of pretty good knocks so far. 44 of 27 from Saif. He's played some tremendous shots. Hasaranga to continue. Cannot keep him out of the wickets. Very first over that important wicket of Liton Das.
Yeah, the way Saif Hassan is playing, he needs someone just to support him, give him the strike. And Liton Das was that player. Now, that very same responsibility on Redoy. Saif Hassan, what an outstanding innings. He was brought into the team against Afghanistan to make a difference. There it looked like he was more a pinch hitter the way he was playing, coming at the bowlers. But today it's been quality shots, some wonderful cricketing shots.
And he'll be back on strike. Now, you've already seen Liton Das loses a wicket, trying to hit into that shorter boundary, but again the spin of Hasaranga. Feel this contest, Saif versus Hasaranga, sets up nicely.
And you can see there's a method to his madness as well. He does not want to take Hasaranga on. The batters have struggled to pick Hasaranga. He's amongst the wickets, making that impact. See him off. Go at the bowlers from the other end.
Quicker, slightly fuller. Yeah, and also in that, when you're trying to take on Hasaranga, it could be done smartly as well. You can keep knocking him for ones and twos until try and pick up 6 and 7 off his over. And if you get the opportunity of a boundary, you go for it. A couple of dots. Make that 3. An excellent end to the over. Only 3 off Hasaranga's second. Bangladesh 75 for 2. Had a really good power play from Bangladesh, and out of that, one skyscraper, but it's been Hasaranga either side. Dasun Shanaka with the ball.
Well, it was Shanaka with the bat. That's given Sri Lanka this target to bowl at, and it's important that Shanaka shows up with the ball as well, because Bangladesh off to a good start in this chase. They're in a very good position. Sri Lanka's 5th bowler is the dibbly-dobbly-ish Shanaka and maybe Asalanka. So his contribution here really matters.
Short, They just fall in front. All three fielders on that leg side on the boundary.
Well, 169, we felt it was going to be a challenging score. For the second time this tournament, Nuwan Tushara picked up Tanzit. But Saif Hassan, along with the captain Liton Das, have played some wonderful shots. The runs have kept flowing. And again, as usual, it's SriLanka who gets the breakthrough.
And doesn't get a hand to that, but there is a sweeper fielder, so it will be just one, which brings Saif on strike. 46, 4 sixes in his innings. Quite marvellous striking so far.
Saif Hassan still there. As long as he's there, whatever the required rate, Bangladesh will believe they can hunt down. Jakar Ali Anik and Shamim Hossain, the two batters to follow. Chuck Mehdi Hassan is at 7, so they don't bat too deep, Bangladesh.
Enjoys pace slightly more, does Saif. We saw it today, 26 runs of his 47 so far at a strike rate of 173 versus pace, so he really did go after the seamers up front. Slightly watchful the couple of overs he's played that SriLanka has bowled.
SriLanka's bowled too. The Sri Lanka have to start rotating their bowlers. Shanaka's over so far. Very, very good.
Not providing any pace whatsoever. Well, this will definitely have plenty of eyeballs on it. India versus Pakistan, they go again. First time in the Super 4. Green versus blue. 6:30 p.m. local time tomorrow here from Dubai. Can they pinch two? Running hard, running early, very good. 7 of the 10th, Bangladesh 82 for 2. It's time for a drinks break.
Let's take a call. What's your foot pain?
My heels feel like the devil is jabbing them with a flaming pitchfork.
Oh, yep. Heel pain is the Dark One's specialty. You know what you need? Kuru. These little foot saviors have a patented design that cradle your heel and put out any pitchfork fire from Beelzebub. If you don't like your Kurus, Kuru has a return policy that is heaven sent.
That's great. I also have this crazy itch.
Whoa, okay. I help foot pain.
Discharge.
Just foot pain.
Am I cursed by the devil?
I help foot pain. Foot pain. Lines are open if you have foot pain. Give me a call. Kuru Guru. No, honey, mommy's working. There's nuggies in the freezer. Yep. No, ask your dad. Ask dad. Okay, mom's working. Finally.
The Kuru Guru. So fix your feet.
Boundaries have also just dried up for Bangladesh.
That's always been the trend, isn't it? With the field being spread, the spinners coming into it, especially here in Dubai, there's been a lull period. 4 overs since power play, 28 runs, 23 runs. It's just under a run a ball. But what Bangladesh need to remember is They got the foundation right at the moment. Required rate 8.7 these days. The job done, eyes closed.
Job done, eyes closed, says Russell Arnold. While only time will tell. There's a little bit of a conference between Captain Velalage just before the start of this over.
Change of winds for Velalage. Perfect from Ridoy. The role I was talking about that Litton needed to do. Give Saif the strike. His rhythm's good. Keep hitting the ball. He's on to 49, Saif Hassan.
Very lucky that hasn't gone to hand of the bowler. Slightly off the leading edges. It happened a couple of times now. Just the check shot has just plugged into the air. Lucky hasn't carried. This time tucks it around his legs. Now push hard, will only be one. A milestone turned over. Second half century in T20 international cricket, and it has been an absolute quality knock.
Hit Shuaraz, powerful and clever too. It was not an innings where he was swinging to all paths. He picked his spots, played the field. Saif Hassan. He's the key here for Bangladesh.
A little bit of air just outside the off stump, so still just the ones. Boundaries, we mentioned that lull period has been 19 deliveries since that boundary hasn't come along.
Yeah, required rate up to 9. Saif Hassan's scoring areas. Most of it down the ground. That's hitting through the line. That's why it's been safe.
Once again down the ground, but both long on and long off, very straight. An excellent work on the boundary. Tag team, keep them down to 1.
Chamika Karunaratne, the substitute on for Pathum Nisanka at the moment. Had a lot of ground to cover. He did that. And Hasaranga at hand. Good over from Velalage so far. 4 singles. Can he finish strong is the question.
Should be just the one again. So another good over ticks by. Well, maybe commentators, because slips over slide results into 6 off the over. Bangladesh 88 for 2.
Like I said, Aspura promises superfast money transfers to India. So, will you help?
What help?
$5,000 to Naveen Bhaiya in Noida. Naveen Bhaiya, Noida! Surat!
Kochi! Andheri! Asia West! East! We do anything to ensure superfast money transfers at Google rates. Switch to Aspora.
81 or 54 is the equation. Short and put away. Fine up in the ring, much needed boundary. It's taken 21 deliveries and it comes off the pad of Saif.
Short fine leg in the circle. Watch the angle of the bat. Down to up she goes. Just enough to get it over. Gee, they're making this chase look easy. To be honest, 77 or 53. Pressured firmly on Sri Lanka.
Once again slashed. Just the one. The partnership is now 33 of 29. And he's had a real field day out there.
Down the ground. It's not easy to hit Murwan Tushara with his low action. Gee, I like that. All wrist. That was the last boundary. Getting underneath it.
56 so far, 4 big hits. Still out there. I was on with Athar Ali Khan earlier on, and he made a comment about Saif, saying that he needs to understand. At that point, he was 22 of 13, that he needs to understand that's not enough. And he's really grasped his opportunity. Mentioned the platform late has a lot to do with the way Saif is batted.
Yeah, the way Saif is batting, though, you got to make sure that he doesn't have much to think about. He's playing instinctive cricket. He's playing freely. And that's why Ridoy has a very big role to play, so that he can continue this way. Give him the strike. Keep rotating the strike. If not, if he has to think of the run rate, wickets falling, just gets a little too much. So, Litton earlier, and now Ridoy has a massive part in setting Saif be free.
Now, partnerships are very important. No matter how short the game, they're always crucial. It's a sort of surface that it just takes a little bit of time for the new batter to come in and get set. And hence why the two men in the middle, crucial for Bangladesh. Slashes this, and the crowd would like for the ball to come their way. No, it is a sweeper. So the first of the 4 of the first ball, and what they've done well is ticked it along. 8 of the 5. For SriLanka, he will hope he can close this out.
You need someone to stand up. Of course, Hasaranga is your go-to. But he's bowled 2 overs already. Something's got to come for Sri Lanka from somewhere else. Dushmantha Chamira's bowled 2 as well. So not many attacking options really with Sri-Lanka at the moment.
Third up, long off on the boundary for the last delivery. Another good over for Bangladesh, takes by 9 of the 12th, 97 for 2.
Right, 97 for 2 in 12. I'll tell you what, Bangladesh is scoring runs and need to score at 9 runs and over from here. And what they will become pleased about it is that the runs they've got is risk-free. 38 of 34 this partnership. They haven't really found it too difficult. And this is what Sri Lanka needs to do. They need to keep building dots. And with spin now, Sri Lanka has Velalage as an option, Hasaranga as an option. This is 6. 6. And went the distance. Hit with a lot of power. As I welcome Athar Ali Khan to the commentary.
Well, it's certainly welcome Velalage with that massive hit towards the mid-wicket area. And that too from the bat of Ridoy. Really launched himself into it. Look at that distance. 97 meters. What a shot. You've seen some big sixes already this evening. That's one of them. He enjoyed that.
Certainly did. No doubt about it. Slightly slower and shorter. There is something in the surface. There is some grip. Seen the odd ball, very little turn, but these batters, particularly Saif, has looked so good. Tushara went for runs, going full. Chamira has gone for 19. Sri Lanka has a problem here. Chamira has 2 overs left. Hasaranga has 2 overs left. But someone else needs to put their hand up.
Yeah, who would that be? That's what they have done so far. 5 bowlers used. With that 6th 100 on the board for Bangladesh.
And they're making runs easily. They're really making batting look easy. 10 off that over. 107 for 2.
Aspura promises superfast money transfers to India. So, will you help?
What help?
$5,000 to Navin Bhaiya in Noida. Navin Bhaiya, Noida!
Kochi! Andheri! Yes! We do anything to get you Google rates. Aspura.
Right, those are the buildings. They've been quite consistent, I must say, for Bangladesh. And the requirement, 62 of 42, under 9 runs and over, very gettable. Now looking at the options Sri Lanka has, now Hasaranga coming on at the other end, but they could also call on Kamidu Mendes, who's ambidextrous. There is also Charita SriLanka, who could come in and bowl, but they need to find someone who can get you wickets. This man, yes, it's an option. He can get you wickets, but what about the support at the other end? That's slower.
This Bangladesh dressing room will be hoping that this pair, who's now added 47 of 40 runs, do not take any chances against someone like Hasaranga. Because he's the danger. If he picks up a couple of wickets here, then Sri Lanka back in the game.
Yeah, very simple. It's all about wickets. Dot balls would create pressure. Well, they're excited, aren't they? That's a big contingent of Bangladesh fans. They're very vocal. Why not? 61 of 40. That's what is required. He's also bowling from an end where he's got a very long leg side boundary, Hasaranga. And also slowing it down, not looking to push it through.
I still feel he needs to toss it up a little bit, invite the batter to take the bait. Got a long off and long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg.
Goes through extra cover. That is a very good shot, I'll tell you. Look at the way he sets himself up. Hasaranga threw it up and he gave himself room and went through extra cover.
Already seen Saif Hassan's display of what he has done with the bat, but take a little note of the batter on screen. He smashed that over the top of the cover. We talk about maybe going over the top towards long off, long on, but what a shot. 50 partnership with that boundary.
Yeah, definitely that last ball a bit too straight. Extra cover open. And Ridoy did very well, gave himself room. And that's what they've got, 54-44. It's gradually gathering momentum now.
Don't want to do anything silly. This is the last ball of his over.
Will this be taken? Yes, it is. That's what they're after. Wanindu Hasaranga gets a wicket. They were after that wicket. They needed a breakthrough. And that is exactly what Saif does.
Yeah, I did mention, I hope he does not do anything silly. He was trying to go on the onside and gets at the top edge. He just couldn't pick up the length. He's eyeing to play towards mid-wicket and loops up. And Velalage does the rest. That is the breakthrough that Sri Lanka wanted. And it's none other than Hasaranga who provides it for his team. A good knock comes to an end. 61 of 45. Saif goes. Bangladesh 114 for 3.
माँ ये क्यों रखे हो आप?
अरे तेरा तो फेवरेट है ना हल्दीराम्स।
हल्दीराम्स यूएस में मिलता है माँ। सोचती नहीं आप?
बिल्कुल ही नहीं सोचती कुछ।
कौन?
तुम्हारी मम्मी। जब तुम पैदा हुए थे ना, she quit her job। ना सोचे।
अरे मम्मी खट्टा मीठा तो भूल गए आप।
मैंने सोचा।
बहुत सोचते हो मम्मी आप।
सालों से आपकी फेवरेट हल्दीराम्स ने सिर्फ आपके घर नहीं, दिल में भी जगह बनाई है।
Shamim Hussain has looked impressive in his career so far. Seen him bat with a lot of authority and aggression. Comes in to join Hridoy. Bangladesh need 55 in the last 6 overs. And there's going to be more spin. Yep, it's going to be Kamidou Mendis. So those are the options captain has, but this is what Shamim Hussain has achieved very early in his career. That strike rate will improve. He's a striker of the ball. Kamidou Mendis, ambidextrous, and bowl with both left and right. A couple of runs.
Just cannot find why he attempted to play that shot. A poor choice of shots, because that was the last delivery. And Sri Lanka exactly needed that. Look at his reaction. Know how important this could turn out to be. Well set batter, back in the crease. New batter comes in. They need to start all over again.
4. That is 4. In the gap. Too easy for Hridoy. Tossed up. And that area is open. So the invitation accepted with both hands.
And it is one of his profitable area. Remember, in the previous over, he also hit one in that direction. He gets into a really good position and he allows the ball to come closer, and then he frees his arm, eyeing that area over the cover fielder. Lovely, lovely hit.
6. That's massive. See, that's the problem Kamidou Mendis was going to face if he goes leg stump. He went over extra cover. That's the longer boundary. This is the shorter side.
The problem with the part-timer, if you don't get it right, you will get the treatment. First one was a boundary on the offside, and he pulls it short. Look at how short that is. Easy, too easy for someone like Hridoy to hit it. Oh, he catches it in the stands.
Ideally, Sri Lanka will be hoping to catch it in the field, not to be. But that's the line he'll have to bowl. Go wide to the off stump. He's got a deep extra cover and a long off, but nothing short, because the leg side boundary, we've spoken about it. It's a 62 meters. Short and wide. Not the length, not the length. That's not the field. The field is set for a different length.
With that boundary, 16 runs already in this over. Still one legitimate delivery to be bowled. That's a top cut shot. Played it late, bisected the two fielders, and has raced over to the boundary.
That is what Kamidou Mendis was expected to do, but a big over. 130 for 3.
Around the corner from here, late at night, on one of the rainiest days of the year, is a small business owner making a call to Valero's 24/7 US-based customer service. We're here to make sure she has the fuel she needs to stay open. Because keeping pumps full means keeping business pumping and communities moving right now.
Right, 39 of 30. That should not be a worrying target. 7 wickets in hand. Howard Hridoy, 44 of 27. Lots of discussions happening in that Sri Lankan dugout. 168 for 7 looked a pretty decent score. And the Bangladesh batters, to their credit, have done extremely well. Oh, could be trouble here. Needed a direct hit. Needed a direct hit.
It ricocheted of the bat of the non-striker and went pretty close to the fielder in the covers. There you go. Now, being a left-hander, he had to turn around. Direct hit would have been very, very close. He was off in a jiffy, wasn't he? A tense moment for the Sri Lankan fans in the stands.
This has been a brilliant effort by Bangladesh. Outstanding batting, I'll tell you. They paced the innings perfectly. Took maximum use of the power play with pace on. And now they're looking to try and build 39 of 28. They got to be sensible. They don't need to rush, make mistakes. Well, this man obviously in the spotlight for his 44 of 27. And the asking rate is not frightening, so you don't need to take risks. That's the advantage Bangladesh has, with 7 wickets standing, of course.
I think this over nicely, 2 dots on the trot. Just wanted to create some pressure, but bowling few dot deliveries, which usually forces the batter to take few chances.
Oh, upish. Sri Lanka will be hoping that those will stick. That was hit back.
Turning out to be a very good over, nearly chipped back, straight back to the bowler. Just because of his follow-through, he had just gone to the left side, you can see, and the ball had just gone to the right of his right hand. Only a single in the first 3 deliveries. Breathe on, and he looked very good. A strike rate of 162.
What a great start it will be for Bangladesh in this Super 4, the way they have played, dominated. They look very different. The team we saw in that preliminary round.
But it was all about how Saif batted initially. He played some gorgeous looking shot. Lovely shots through the covers, down the ground, very special. Short arm jabs, it went all the way. In a hot and humid evening here in Dubai, but that didn't stop him playing those gorgeous looking shots. Set the tone for this chase.
Yeah, full marks. Really full marks to him for the way he's batted. And Tawhid Hridoy on the other hand. Oh, well done. That is clever batting. Really clever batting. Short third, short backward point in the 30-yard circle. And he knew exactly where to go. And he got that gap.
Not a great delivery when you have that field set in that direction. You're back on, he's trying to back of the hand and then slower delivery. It just sits up nicely. He's got enough time to play that shot to go through that gap between those two fielders that you spoke about.
Nicely done. Very nicely done. Still a good over from Sri Lankan point of view. Just 5 runs conceded. But in the context of the game, 34 of 25, Sri Lanka needs maximum dot balls. Now third goes out, long off comes in. Made the adjustment. Last ball of the over. That's a good Yorker. Going for the full length delivery. 6 runs off the over and they're down to the last 4. And they need just 33 runs with 7 wickets standing.
माँ शॉपिंग पे हूँ बताया था ना
That you've invited your new friend Rachel.
जी
उसे ना पंजाबी समोसे और हिंदी फिल्में बहुत पसंद है. चलो फटाफट हल्दीराम्स फ्रोजन फूड सेक्शन में.
हल्दीराम समोसा उन सब के लिए जो है दिल से हिंदुस्तानी.
168 for 7 Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. It's been a wonderful chase so far. Saif Hassan initially second T20 international 50. This is the game here. One into Hasaranga to start his last over. That's what you need to do. 50. A very good one from Tawhid Hridoy.
Yes, superb innings. just reacted to the bowling. It's nothing has been premeditated. He's just taken an early base in the crease, and after that, the bat has just come down and made connections. That's how he's played. Been a terrific innings. He's always been a very talented young batter, and today on the big stage, played a crucial innings for his side.
His fifth in T20 internationals. When Litton Das was dismissed, they needed this, just this from Tawhid Ridoy.
No choice for Sri Lanka. They have to bowl one into now with the required weight 8.35. Things have to happen now. They wait a couple of overs more to bring Varun back. The game's gone. Seen a lot of that. Long boundary and the short boundary, and because of the short boundary, we've seen the left arm spinners bowl a line they would never otherwise bowl in their lives. Both left arm spinners that we've seen a bowl outside the off stump. And in T20s, when you see people like Akshar Patel or any left arm spinner, even these two on a normal ground, they would have bowled the stump line. And it's not like the short boundary on the leg side is 40 or 50 meters. It's like a traditional 60-meter boundary.
That's four. Hit hard. Chamika Karunaratne.
Oh, short boundary on the leg side is 40 or 50 meters. It's like a traditional 60-meter boundary.
That's four. Hit hard. Chamika Karunaratne. Oh, he gets there. He gets there. He just didn't give up. And he saves the one run for his team.
Have they run for? They haven't, but it was another great shot. And that's the thing to like about him. Just the kind of base that he creates for himself. And then just smacks the ball. That ball sense to get the timing. Chmantha Chamira is on the field.
The substitute fielder for Pathumni Sankar.
That is Chamika Karunaratne.
Or does he need to do this? Shamim Hossain, just get off strike. See Hasaranga off. You've got another over of the fifth bowler. Sri Lanka have continuously struggled with that fifth bowler. Could look for the boundary there.
Now that's a talking point. Really disturbed with the bowling attack of Sri Lanka. The kind of combination that they've had with their bowlers today. Yeah, this is what we were talking about. Just look at how he creates the base and then just waits for the ball to come. So the movement happens well before the ball is delivered. A bit like how A.B. de Villiers used to play.
Last ball of his spell. Oh, signaled a wide. He was a long way across though, Ridoy.
Yeah, when it is that wide, even if the batter has got close to the line of the ball, it's called wide. The umpires are duty bound to call it wide.
They got it down to 26 of 19. 2 for 20 to Hasaranga. At least a couple here. He's placed it nicely. So 2 for 22 in his 4 overs. Hasaranga's bowled out 145 for 3.
As Pura promises superfast money transfers to India. So, will you help?
What help?
$5,000 to Navin Bhaiya in Noida. Navin Bhaiya, Noida!
Kochi! Andheri!
We do anything to get you Google rates. Aspora.
Shamim Hossain's on strike and Nuwan Tushara, 3 overs in the power play. Saif Hassan took to him and hence quite expensive. So that would mean Dushmanta Chamira will bowl the next and the 20th over will go to Dasun Shanaka. Dasun Shanaka is not new to bowling the 20th over. The experience he has, you've got to back him there.
Well, I thought the Sri Lankan batters did really well to get to the score that they did. But just looking at their bowling attack in this match, Russell, I just feel that, well, even at this stage, you can't see them saving this game or winning this match. I'm amazed by the spin choices that they've made. Wanindu Hasaranga clearly is a strike spin bowler, but Sri Lanka always had a couple of more quality spinners. The other two options that they have, for me, Velalage is at best your third spinner or a part-time spinner, and that too on a turning pitch.
Yes.
Tikshana may be out of form or whatever. He should have played on this ground, on this pitch, which is on the drier side. So when you have Kamindu Mendes and Velalage as your two other spinners, you're not really having any quality in your spin department, and not to say that you've got 3 high-quality fast bowlers. I think Tushara is good, but Chamira is always going to be a bit of a gamble. And Dasun Shanaka as your third seamer. So the bowling attack is not right for the conditions there at all.
Matisha Patirana might have been an option because that gives you an attacking edge. Another option to turn to when you want a wicket. I totally agree with you on the spin front. 22 of 16. Got that in the gap, short boundary. He's found the gap to perfection. 150 on the board.
Yeah, this is Bangladesh's match to win. You can see that he forced that one, but got an inside edge, and it could have gone anywhere. But he just finds that narrow gap between two fielders in the deep. Bangladesh's match to win, and they deserve to. They batted brilliantly, led by Saif Hassan. And against an insipid Sri Lankan bowling attack.
Credit to Bangladesh. More runs. Kamil Mishara gets to it quickly. Credit because the first 2 games they were somewhat lackluster. They had a must-win game against Afghanistan. There were brave calls made. Nasum, the left-arm spinner, brought in Saif Hassan, and then they played an attacking brand of cricket. It was quite obvious that they had a certain plan in the power play, with Saif leading the way. Now that intent got them the win, got them here, and they've continued from there with more trust and confidence.
So one of the stars there, Mahdi Hassan Sheikh with the ball.
They've got the boundary off the over. So don't do anything silly.
This guy has been fantastic. You can see the calmness and just the certainty of the way he bats. Again, another diminutive figure, just like Pathum Nissanka and Kushal Mendes for Sri Lanka. Just a very calm and confident attacking batsmanship. Key being his solid base that he has in the crease.
Front of square, slap that. 12 off the over. Bangladesh getting closer and closer. 157 for 3.
Expression will tell you nothing much. That's how it generally appears. He's so proud today. Bangladesh on the threshold of a very important win. Lots of Bangladeshis on the ground dancing in the aisles today. The 12 from 12.
Dusmantha Chamira. Wicketless. That's unusual for him. Dasun Shanaka. 6 times he's been entrusted to bowl that last over. Well, if he gets there, with the way these two are batting, it might not get there. Here we go. David Roy. Flicks it onto the leg side. Just the one.
A bit of adrenaline there. He wanted the second, which wasn't there, so he's being a little unfair to his partner, Shamim. Yeah, this was the last ball.
Look, I'll give you another point here, another fact, Sanjay. 19th over in the Sri Lankan innings, bowled by Mustafizur, went for only 5. And in the last over, Tuskin bowled 4 dot balls.
Yeah, there were 2 bowling stars for Bangladesh. One was Mahdi Hassan Sheikh with his 4 overs of off spin. Never easy. And then his just incredible numbers when you look at his bowling figures. And he bowled in the time when Dasun Shanaka was all guns blazing and he just couldn't go after Fizz.
Round the wicket, Chamira. Straight to the fielder. They run though. No direct hit, hence the one. And when you look at it, that's another 10 runs that they've saved at that particular point.
True. Sri Lanka might rule. Now the other opportunities, there are 2 opening batters batted superbly. There was a lot of class in the way they played their shots, but both innings didn't quite blossom. But having said that, when they reached the score that they did through Dasun Shanaka's sensational innings, I thought they had enough runs on the board, but bowling attack is not going to win Sri Lanka too many matches, that's for sure.
Yeah, look toothless with just 3 frontline bowlers. They asked for it. That's gone. That's gone. He's missed it. And he's right in front. Worth a review though. If he can get his breath back.
It deserves all reviews.
TV Umpire Director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the feet at fair delivery. Move on to front on, please. Okay, ball is close to the bat. Ultra speed. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. Keep rolling up to the pad. Keep rolling. Okay, no bat involved. Ball tracking, please. Impact in line and wicket hitting. Going back to Rohan on field. Rohan, stay with your decision of out. You are on 3 single out.
He's Mr. Full Toss. Should have gone for 6, but he's played a wonderful knock.
And I like that reaction as well. He is livid with himself for getting out at this stage. That's a sign of a champion player. It's 159 for 4. Russell, tell me, is there a twist in the tail at this stage?
Sri Lanka can find that tail to twist. Well, Chamira, Dakar Ali, Onik, full toss this time, hit hard, for 4.
No, they can't be stopped. Bangladesh cannot be stopped. It's a Yorker that's gone wrong. Well, he got a wicket of a full toss the last ball. But this time round, a new batter to be ready for this. And once again, everything that they've hit today has gone into gaps. Just brilliant batsmanship right through. And he has just 6 needed now. Deserving winners at this stage. Bangladesh.
On it straight away is Jakar Ali on it. 6 of 8. If he wants to, they won't get it, but they get a run closer. 5 runs now. It's been a magnificent chase. The way they've paced it, the way different players have played their role, should give this team a lot of confidence.
Absolutely, and especially the bowling attack as well. They missed a full toss. Trying to get maximum on that one. You've got a feel for him. It was an outstanding innings. I guess Saif Hassan was the star batter at the top. Just gave that belief to the rest of the batters that they can win this game.
His innings broke the game, actually, for me as well. Shamim pulls it. Straight to mid-wicket. Oh, they're lucky, Sri Lanka. They're lucky. That could have gone anywhere.
A good shot for no run, actually. 164 for 4.
Well, at this stage, you can't go anywhere else as the Sri Lankan captain. You've got to go to Dasun Shanaka.
Yeah, just to make this interesting, I might ask you, you had maybe a couple of other options, or maybe one more option.
Got it fine. It's gone for 4. Scores are level.
It's tough. It's tough for a fast bowler to protect 5 balls. Beg your pardon, 5 runs in the last over. Unless somebody like a Malinga can bowl 6 Yorkers on the dot. Starts off with a slow short delivery which has been spanked for 4. Bangladesh has played one of its best cricket.
Their last 14 chases, they've only won 1. That's a score of 160 plus. That was also against Sri Lanka.
India-Pakistan, match 14, that's tomorrow. Make a note of the time as well, 6:30 p.m. local time, as we watch Jakar Ali put the finishing touches on this game.
Ball! So it's not Jakar Ali who put the finishing touches, Sanjay.
Yeah, a bit of bravado there, and getting carried away on that one. Wanted to be the hero. The experience of Dasun Shanaka got the ball up. Unnecessary tension for the Bangladeshi fans. He went round the wicket, took the pace off, and you can see he saw the slow delivery. Wanted to finish with a 6. So difficult when you're out there. Adrenaline running high forces you to make mistakes like this. 168 for 5.
Mehdi Hassan, they're all in on the 1. Hits it. Straight to the fielder.
Oh dear, this is going to be fun. Because once the fielders come in, when there's a crowd inside the ring, pressure builds up on the batter. And he's a new batter at the crease. Where do you get your next run? The other problem is if you try and go for a big shot and get out, will be crucified.
That's why Jakarali went for the big shot, because everyone was in on the circle. On the one, they just got to run, get Shamim on strike. If they get run out, it doesn't matter. Another one.
I think he's out because the non-striker has thrown his bat in disgust. There's an appeal, there's a call for review. I think Shanaka has got a wicket. This match ain't over.
EVM Padu Director, we have a player review for caught. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the feed at fair delivery. Move on to front on field. Copy, thanks. Okay, copy. The ball is close to the bat. Can we have ultra here, please? Yeah, can you freeze it? I can see clear spike as the ball is next to the bat. I don't see any gap between bat and ball. Clear bat involved. Going back to Asif on field. Asif, we need to change your decision to out. You're on screen, single out.
They've got another. Chuck Mehdi Hassan did not wait for the decision. He's walked off. One required of 2 balls, 0 to Mehdi Hassan, 168 for 6. Shamim took off, he took the risk. What a brilliant chase it has been.